Apparently, the bottom line on your testimony is that a compact, fast neutron inspection can work. We're not presently deploying those. Is that correct?
No, sir. I'm sorry. No, no, sir. As I say, we kind of went off on a tangent that was not very productive, and it's only been, you know, sitting around and scratching my head for a long time that sort of gave me the idea. As Dr. Teller, my old professor, always used to tell me, the hardest thing about doing something is unlearning what you thought you would.
We're going to move this right along because we are out of time. Dr. Potter, you seem to think that domestic steps need to be taken. Cesium chloride specifically?
So as there was a National Academy study was done some years ago now, pointing out the need to protect cesium chloride sources throughout the United States, yes.
So you drew our attention to that issue, and presumably we will avoid dealing with that problem, which is not a good solution. And finally, Dr. Lawless, it comes down to money, doesn't it? Or Mr. Lawless, who's going to pay for the detectors, the kind Mr. Canavan's talking about, or domestically with cesium chloride? How much money do you need to put these detectors and to maintain them?
All right, well, that's a difficult question to answer. I would suggest that the government fund these research projects like these drive-through portals that we would see that could detect neurons and gamma at the same time. We're invested at my particular port, working with DNDO and a company to develop a state-of-the-art detection system in the Port of Boston. But there is definitely money needed to fund these programs. There has to be clarity on who's paying for these systems. They're a federally mandated system, and the ports believe that the federal government should be paying CBP and DNDO to fund these projects.
Dr. Flynn's willing to put $10 to $15 on each container. I assume you have an opinion on that? Yes, no?
Yes.
All right. And I would just go back to where I started this, and that we make choices around here, and we're looking to spend $3.5 billion for a missile defense system for the East Coast to deal with Iran nuclear weapons, which presumably aren't going to be available for some decades. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield.
Thank the gentleman. Ms. Hahn is ready.